What's going on, guys? Hey, thanks for joining in. We're not having youth group this week, so I figured I'd go ahead and send out a video, bring a message anyway. This is not just for the youth, it's for the adults as well. It's something that we all should kind of look at and within ourselves. But before I jump into the message, I want to thank everybody for all the prayers. Man, y'all are some prayer warriors. You've been praying for me and my family. As you could tell, and I apologize for it, some things were off about us. But we've been going through a hard time. But if you're not in the mix and you don't know what's going on, you don't really need to. But for those of you that do, man, I really appreciate the prayers. We're starting to see some breakthroughs, some changes are happening. We can talk about it when I see you in person next time. But thank you so much, man. We feel extremely loved by each and every one of you, because your prayers really do work. So with that being said, let's jump into the message. Today's message is where you sit matters. So I'm going to start off with this. Picture this. Every Sunday, you know what time church starts, and you know how long it takes you to get there. So what do? You start your drive to church about the same time every Sunday. Then you take the same route. You take the same turns to get there. Then once you get there, you find a parking spot, which is very familiar to you because you try to park in the same place, the same area that you always do, because that's what you're comfortable with. We're humans. We like to do that. Then when you walk inside, what do? You find, if you can find your spot, the spot you've been sitting in years, that one particular chair or that one particular pew, you are going to put your stuff on it so nobody else can take it. You're going to save it. And then when you sit down and you wait for church to start, you notice that everybody around you are the same exact people that sit around you every single Sunday. You know that when service starts, what type of music is going to be played, how many songs are going to be sang, what preacher's going to be preaching, what he's normally preaching about, or what he doesn't preach about. And you know it's about the time that service ends, or what time it should end, and you go on about your day afterwards. But if at any time anything gets thrown in the mix, whether the sound and the music's too loud, or you don't like that style, that the worship team tries a new style of Christian music or worship music, and you're like, nope. If the preacher starts talking about something that makes you very uncomfortable, that you don't like hearing about, or you don't believe that that part of the Bible should be put away or not talked about, that should be left at home, you're like, nope, stop right there. Nope, that needs to stay. Nope, get rid of it. That's not how we do things around here. This is how it is. This is how it's always been, and this is the way it needs to stay. And while we're doing that, we're asking God to make a difference. We're asking God to do something different, or do some changes, make some changes. Find some changes in the church. Make something different in the church. Bring more people to the church. Or maybe it's ourselves. Maybe we're saying, God, I want you to make a difference, and I want you to make some changes. I want to change. And then God says, okay, well, this is how you're going to do it. Let me show you. I'm going to start making some changes. But you keep dodging them. Just like, when you say, I want to be a better follower of Jesus. I want to think better. I want to feel better. I want to talk better. So you got to make certain changes, like, okay, what type of music you listening to? What type of clothing are you wearing? What kind of people are you hanging out with? Hey, that thing that you do that's become a habit of yours, or some would call it an addiction, that you might want to get rid of that, because that's kind of messing with your walk. That's kind of messing with who you are, what you're trying to become. But we say, you know what? It's not that big of a deal, man. I've always done it. I can still do this and do that, and I can still hang out and talk a certain way. I'll be all right. Everything's good. I'm still going to do it. But God's like, I'm trying to make some changes in you. I'm trying to show you that you need a clear mind. That the people that you're around are actually bringing you down. The way that you're dressed, you're not able to perceive you're not showing me. Right? And I'm not trying to say that a style of dress. I'm talking about like provocative stuff like that. So don't think I'm saying, okay, one style or another. But we are so stuck in our ways that we lose what God is trying to do. When we say, God, we want a difference. We want to see something different. We want some changes. We want to see some changes in our church, in our community, in ourselves, or whatever. But I'm not willing to allow changes to happen because this is how it's always been done. This is how things are always been. And you know what? I don't like this, so nope, that's not how it's going to go. Now, I know some of you may feel like I'm attacking you or has been offending you. I promise you that's not my intention. I'm doing this all with love because I'm going somewhere with this. In Isaiah 43, 18 and 19, it says, forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? The question is, we are so stuck in our old ways. And when we become followers of Christ, our old ways are supposed to go out the window. That's supposed to be gone. We're supposed to turn away from that. We're supposed to turn away from all the old stuff because he's doing something new. And then one thing that we can be sure of is that there are two things in this world that are constant. They are forever. It's God and change. Those two things are constant. God wants to use change for his glory. He wants to use change to bring people to him. And if we are constantly pushing that change away because we refuse, we keep looking in the back. Well, that's how it's always been. That's how it always is. This is where I feel comfortable. How are we going to see it? When it says, do you not perceive it? Do you not see it? It's kind of hard to see what God is doing if we're always looking behind us. If we're, instead of looking around, we're looking behind us. So everything that we do, we're supposed to do it for the glory of God. Is there going to be times where you get uncomfortable? Absolutely. Are there going to be times where you're going to have to step out of your comfort zone and go sit in another pew? Or go talk to somebody you've never met? Or maybe appreciate the different types of music? Or maybe you're going to have to give up what you listen to or what you watch or how you talk or who you're surrounded with. In order to get closer to God, we got to let the things of the world go. That includes our own selfish needs, our own desires, our own wants, and especially routine. Especially routine. We are called to step out. And it's really hard for us to have changes inside ourselves or in the church if we do not allow God to make some differences and make some changes in us. So I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you got something out of it. I'm looking forward to next Wednesday. We'll start back up on our youth. All the kids went to school today. Some of them have already been home, exhausted. And so I'm praying for the kids. And if you know somebody who might need to hear this message, send it off to them. God bless every single one of y'all. I love you. See you Sunday.